Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I figured let's go over some cool stuff. So let's make this section smoke sesh. Why not? I don't discriminate whether it's medicinal or recreational. So go ahead and spark that bad boy up. And let's get into it. So I wanted to go over a person and a topic that has been kind of sadly forgotten. Do y'all remember teen heartthrob Andrew Keegan? Well, he's one of those young actors that you have probably seen more than you recall. He has quite the list of experiences on his resume. In 1993, he started his career with a voiceover for Wally the Halloween Tree. He then starred in a cult classic, Camp Nowhere, and in 1996 was in Independence Day with Will Smith. Throughout the years, he guest starred or was a regular guest on shows like Baywatch, Moesha, Boy Meets World, Full House, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch, eventually Seventh Heaven and Party at 5. And all those I listed pretty much sum up my teen years, I would probably say, or my young teen years. In 1998, he dated Leanne Rimes, and the following year, in 1999, he had a lead role in 10 Things I Hate About You, which has turned itself also into a cult classic. In 2000, he had another leading role in the Broken Hearts Club N.O. Whenever he could, in between filming, he would compete in surfing competitions. He eventually returned to film in 2010 with Kill Speed. Sadly, it did not perform as well. The very next year is when his whole life and outlook on things had changed. This is when he says he had a spiritual awakening and self-discovery. Now, this is the point in his life where everything changed and turned. And a lot of people actually don't know about this part of his life. And it seems like, to him at least, it is a major, major chunk of his personal life. And it means a lot to him. So this came to him after he experienced and sustained injuries after him and a few others were mugged and beaten. And at the very same time and day, there was a tsunami that was absolutely horrible in Japan. And he recalls looking at a street lamp and thinking all about this. And at the same time, when he looked at it, he claims he watched it explode and shatter. As he searched for meaning in his new thoughts and revelations, he found himself at the source, which at the time was the God Realization Church. After some time, he wasn't completely feeling as if he was a perfect match with the church's beliefs. He loved and respected his time there, but he was ready for a set on a different path. He eventually opened a spiritual center of his own called Full Circle. The building was named the Rose Temple. Andrew's main focus was on the power of the present and expand the consciousness. Hosting movement classes, performing arts, healing therapies, and energy empowering. The goal was to connect spirituality and let go of the negative. The inner circle of Full Circle was Andrew and 8 others. Now, intention setting was very important to them, as they would do it in their routines and have each member of the circle say out loud their intention and goal, chanting, "We love you," and so it is, as the reply. The location was in Venice Beach, California, and Andrew says it's about being one with the planet and one with each other, sharing happiness, space for spirituality, peace, and support friendship, family traditions, positive vibes, community, and love. They consider their togetherness as a gathering of elements of nature aiming to change the negative with the power of unity and positive charges. In 2016, the Full Circle community held about 364 events. Sadly, in 2017 and 2018, the group and community were starting to feel that they were coming to a close, struggling to keep things afloat and the doors open and lights on. Eventually, the battle ended as they had a hard time with balance in 2020 with the mandates and all the madness. And Full Circle quietly closed its doors. Andrew likes to think of it as just a moment in time and is very grateful to have experienced that whole energy and passion with many, many other souls. He eventually went back to acting as his paying job, but continues to make time for everything, and here and there goes for a role he seems needed or rewarding. Andrew Keegan seems to be one in a million, as he went down multiple paths to find his own way and lives to tell it all. I do admire that about him. Some people make jokes and or think the community he had shared with the world was a bit strange and too close to a CULT. But he stands to prove that sometimes if you're lucky, you find your own answer and make it out safely on the other side, living another day to practice what you've learned along the way. I'm Leenda, and that's For the Record, Your Honor.